Good evening and welcome to the first edition of Breaking Views, a show where we get you all sides of the story so that you get the complete picture. I am Sanket Upadhyay. Two stories that we are tracking on this show. Story number one, on which people are going to opine or give their views. The Gorakhpur temple terror. Yes, the state government is saying that they are not ruling out the possibility of this attack being a terror attack. Just what exactly was Murtaza doing at the Gorakhnath temple? He injured many cops. What was his design? And was there a diabolical plot to kill? That is going to be story number one. Let's straight away deep dive into the views that people have on this story. Alok Lal, former DGP of Uttarakhand, Mahesh Verma, leader of the BJP, and Abhishek Sudhir, Samajwadi Party supporter. Mr. Verma, I want to come to you first. The fact that this incident happened, it is extremely tragic that this happened exactly at the place where the chief minister is the head priest. Would you say that with intelligence being a state subject, law and order being a state subject, perhaps some questions should be asked of the police also as to why they did not know that something like this is happening, knowing fully well कि गोरखनाथ temple एक बहुत ही sensitive जगह है from a law and order point of view?
संकेत जी, निश्चित रूप से ये जो चिंता के विषय, ये हमारे लिए चुनौती है, और वो भी एक सपा के विधायक के उस बयान के 24 घंटे बाद अगर ऐसी दुर्घटना घटती है तो स्वाभाविक रूप से सरकार और संगठन को चिंता होगी कि सपा के लोग जो है इसी तरह के कुकृत्य को, ऐसे ही चीजों को अंजाम देते हुए हमारी
कौन सा, कैन यू प्लीज इलैबोरेट? समाजवादी पार्टी के कौन से आदमी का क्या बयान, फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ आवर व्यूअर्स प्लीज?
हाँ, सहजिल इस्लाम करके सपा के विधायक है जो बरेली के पास है, उन्होंने कल कहा था कि अगर मुख्यमंत्री का कोई अगर बयान जो है हमारे विरुद्ध में निकलता है तो उसका जवाब वो है गोलियों से दिया जाएगा। अब वो गोलियों से जवाब जो है आज कहीं ना कहीं उसके 24 घंटे बाद उस उन्माद में।
So you are linking the statement of a Samajwadi Party leader with the attack that has happened in Gorakhnath temple, correct?
Yes, this is ekdam absolutely
okay.
Correct,
Abhishek Sudhir, what is your response? The BJP says that this is because of statements and utterances by leaders of the Samajwadi Party that an incident like this has happened and a possibility of a terror attack cannot be ruled out. As of this moment, it's a subject matter of investigation.
Sanket, I wanted to participate in this debate as an advocate, but I guess it's going to be a political debate, so I'll dive right in. I mean, if this statement that he says was made, I haven't verified the statement, but let's assume that it has been made, then everything Yati Narsingh Anand says, every utterance of Yati Narsingh Anand, any crime by any Hindu, you should blame Yati Narsingh Anand then. I mean, what is this logic? Why are they politicizing this? The gentleman Murtaza in question in Gorakhpur, he's a graduate of IIT Bombay, chemical engineering, a very difficult branch, one of the premier institutes of India. It seems to be an issue where his wife seems to have deserted him a few months ago. Maybe he's mentally disturbed. I mean, look, I know ADG Prashant Kumar, I watched his press conference. He says the terror angle can't be ruled out. And then the BJP spokespersons and their proxies say, oh, this is a terror attack. Then what about Yati Narsingh Anand? Sanket, one last point. I was in a debate with a BJP MP, Sanket, just 1 hour ago. BJP is scared of condemning Yati Narsingh Anand. Yati Narsingh Anand is a rising star of the BJP today. Mahesh ji, Yati Narsingh Anand pe bhi
my
kuch
point
bayan
is, how are
dijiye
you
na?
linking
Kya
the
aap
two?
unke baaton
How
se
are you,
sehmat hai?
Abhishek ji, how are you linking the two?
No,
I just want to understand this link. How are you linking the two?
Sanket ji, if he is linking,
let me understand. एक second, Mahesh ji, आ रहा हूं मैं. पहले वो समझ ले. Let me hear his views. How are you linking these?
If you are linking what has happened in Gorakhpur to some statement made in Bareilly at the other end of the state, then I will link every crime that is committed against a Muslim to what Yati Narsingh Anand says. What is the logic in this? I fail to see the logic.
No, but then my point is, why can't you be united in condemning hate? If such a statement has been allegedly made by a Samajwadi Party leader, should you not condemn or pull him up?
I am not aware of this statement. If it has been made, maybe it shouldn't have been made. I don't know if it's been made, but I know Yati Narsingh Anand has made hate speeches
yes,
like
and we are going to put that to debate in just a short
genocide
moment. But Alok Lal, I want to come to you right now. Yes, Mahesh ji, aata hu. Alok Lal, I want to come to you now. do you feel that incidents like these must be taken with utmost seriousness and should not become a battleground of politics or a playfield of politics? Because, you know, here you have an incident which has happened at a place where security is 24/7 under scrutiny. And yet this happens.
Sanket, I entirely agree with you that in this incident, or for that matter, in any sensitive incident, the police should never jump to conclusions. Because in this case, we have on the one hand, a youngster who happens to belong to the Muslim community. And on the other, he has been found carrying some kind of a crude weapon to the temple which is presided over by the Chief Minister of UP as a man. So this becomes a very sensitive matter. And to jump to conclusions, as it seems that the two other panelists are talking about so many other incidents together with this one, I think is not right.
Okay. Okay, very quickly, Mahesh Verma, you wanted to come in. Mahesh Verma, since we do this is a short duration discussion on breaking views, Mr. Verma's views.
देखिए, मेरा ये कहना है कि जो हमारे मित्र सपा के जो मित्र कह रहे हैं, मैं उससे इसलिए डिफर करता हूं कि हम नरसिंहानंद को हम कहीं सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं। हम उस आदमी के खिलाफ
लेकिन एक्शन इतना धीरे ले रहे हैं कि उसको एक तरीके से बल मिल रहा है। एंड बाय द वे, आई एम गोइंग टू पुट दिस टू अ डिस्कशन।
हम तो ये कह रहे हैं कि हम तो फिर भी ले रहे हैं ना एक्शन, हम तो फिर भी कहीं ना कहीं एक्शन ले रहे हैं।
Exactly after 5 minutes, I am having a discussion on Yati Narasimhanand. No, one moment. Exactly after 5 minutes, I am having a discussion of Yati Narasimhanand. And I request Mr. Abhishek Sudhir to participate in that discussion also. But here we are talking about Murtaza. We are talking about what the state government feels could be a diabolical plot. Mr. Verma, आपको लगता है इस पे इन्वेस्टिगेशन साफ हो जाए? नहीं तो होगा क्या कि कुछ बड़ी घटना थी, आतंकवादी घटना थी, कहीं ऐसा ना हो ये सब आरोप हवा में हो। It's a very very serious thing that has happened. Security breach है और सवाल आप से पूछे जाएंगे। You are in charge. Your government is in charge of security.
Naturally, हमने शुरू में ही कहा कि सरकार और संगठन को चिंता और चुनौती दोनों तरफ है। हमारे साथ आज की डेट में यही सोचने पे हमें मजबूर होना पड़ेगा कि भाई आज की डेट में सपा जो है या सपा के लोग जो है किस तरह से सारी चीजों को डिरेल करेंगे। डिरेल करने का इससे अच्छा तरीका कुछ नहीं हो सकता है।
नहीं, पर इसमें सपा कहां से आ गई? Do you think this is a little premature, Mr. Mahesh Verma? कि अभी आपकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन भी नहीं हुई, उसमें आप सपा ले आए, राजनीति ले आए?
नहीं, क्यों नहीं? आप मुझे ये बताइए कि एक आदमी अभी तक क्या हुआ? पहले सिम्मी के लोगों को आपने पकड़ा और जिन लोगों को पकड़ा गया वो बच्चे क्या थे? वो गुमराह थे। आज ये भी एक बच्चा गुमराह आपने पैदा किया, उसको आपने कहीं ना कहीं मोटिवेट किया, उसने अटैक किया।
The police has not completed its investigation. ये पहले से आपको कैसे पता चल गया?
नहीं, पहले से क्या पता है? ये तो हकीकत है, ये सच्चाई है। अभी तक जितने ऐसे अटैक हुए हैं उसमें कोई ना कोई पीछे इसी तरह के हाथ रहे हैं।
मैं आपसे बस एक चीज जानना चाहता हूं महेश जी, डू यू फील
आतंकवादी नहीं, रुकिए, आजमगढ़ के जो आतंकवादी पकड़े गए उनका रिलेशन किसके साथ?
Just another blatant attempt to communalize this.
Okay.
जो गुजरात,
no, the point is the incident is serious. There are allegations of this being a terror act, and I think this has to rise above politics. Abhishek Sudhir, very quickly.
Quick, Sanket, again, look, if something like this had happened, if Akhilesh Yadav was chief minister, they would have tried breakdown of law and order. Mahesh ji, क्या आपको पता है कि योगी जी ने पिछले 2 हफ्ते में एक additional SP को allocate किया मठ के लिए? The Gorakhnath Mutt is the only mutt in the country that has an additional SP allocated for its security. This is a blatant failure of security. This is a security failure. Stop trying to blame the Samajwadi Party for this.
सर, अजमल कसाब जब पाकिस्तान से निकला था ना,
देखिए सर, हमें क्या लेना
आप
देना
क्या
है
मजाक,
कसाब
आप क्या
से?
मजाक वाली, आप क्या मजाक की बात कर
गोरखपुर
रहे
के
हैं?
जो
आप एक वो उन्माद को
No, one moment, gentlemen, one moment. For an incident like this, request with folded hands, Mr. Verma as well as Mr. Sudhir, that can politics not wait? I know people will accuse me. You get politicians and you expect them not to do politics.
राजनीति की बात कोई नहीं कर रहा हूं। मैं इस देश में आतंक और अपराधियों के अगर खिलाफ
तो
बोलना,
सपा के नाम क्यों ले रहे हैं सर आप?
पाप है, अपराध है और ये विकृत मानसिकता का
I think
प्रचार
we
है।
need to wait. We need to wait a couple of days to know what the police is doing. And if there are questions on the investigation of the police, perhaps we'll get to that also. Alok Lal, quick closing comment. Do you feel that it is incumbent on the police to make sure that its action is above politics in a case
Yeah,
like this?
absolutely. Any action in this has got to be very clear of politics.
Okay.
And the motive of the incident has got to be worked out very carefully.
Right.
Also to see if this young man has a history of any mental treatment behind him. In case he has undergone mental treatment, if he has mental trauma, as was mentioned, if he is undergoing some kind of tension because of that, and that is the reason why.
So I think that's the wisest words coming from the former DGP of Uttarakhand. Wait for the investigation. Thank you very much, Mr. Lal, for joining us. Mr. Sudhir as well as Mr. Verma, do stay on with us as we quickly switch to that discussion number 2. And that discussion, for that, let's quickly put on this information on screen on what we are about to discuss. So here is a man whose name is Mr. Yati Narasimhanand, who spread hate speech and then went to jail and then got out on bail and violated all those bail conditions and then spread hate again. So this is some sort of a cycle which is repeating. Hate, arrest, bail, hate, arrest, bail. Who is fueling this never-ending cycle of hate? Let's put that to a discussion. Mahesh Verma, I want to come to you now. Pawan Kheda, spokesperson of the Congress party. Ajay Gautam, who's a Dharma Guru, as well as Abhishek Sudhir. Thank you very much. I want to begin with you, Mahesh Verma. Can you tell me, why is it that there was a situation? Ajay Gautam, मैं आपके पास आना चाहता हूं. Ajay Gautam, you tell me, why do you think that we are in a situation where you have to come on television to defend an act of hate?
No, I am not defending any act
I mean,
of
he is violating bail conditions. What did his bail conditions say? That you will not spread hate, you will not attend such events, you will not intimidate people. Journalists were intimidated there. He spread hate and he attended an event which, by the way, was illegal. The police said, no, this event is not possible. You cannot host this event. Why should he not go behind bars again and his bail cancelled? Pandit Ajay Gautam.
Sanket brother, first of all, I am not defending any hate speech at here. It is very clear.
Are you going to condemn?
But I would like to say, please permit me, please allow me.
That Yati Narasimhanand is put behind bars for the hate that he has spread?
No. Yati, what about the Yati Narasimhanand? Yati Narasimhanand is a victim of the system. Is a victim of the system.
Did I hear you correctly? Victim.
Since 2012, number of hate speech has been delivered. No action has been taken against the accused person.
What are you saying, Mr. Gautam?
Never the justice has delivered in the
past.
What
justice? Here is a man who is openly calling, he's made a call to arms. He's saying, you want to know what all he's saying.
In running days, brother, we are in running days.
If a Muslim becomes Prime Minister in the next 20 years, 50% Hindus will be converted. And he's a victim, according to you.
And the first time in the history. Yes, what he said, do you know why the Yati Narasimhanand has made these statements for what reason?
No, I don't know. Whatever reason is, you don't tell people to pick up arms.
In the first time of the history, a Muslim was elected as a central home minister, and within a couple of months, 32 Kashmiri Pandits forced to leave the Kashmir when a Muslim has taken the oath.
Oh, come on. Mr. Ajay Gautam, are you trying to tell me that under all the other home ministers, there have not been acts of criminal nature? Or there have not been terrorist attacks? I mean, I don't understand this argument. Mahesh Verma as well as Abhishek Sudhir, very quickly. Mahesh Verma, I want to come to you now. A lot of this has to do with the fact that you allowed this man to operate with impunity. एक सेकंड, पंडित जी रुकिए. रुक जाइए. आपने अपनी बात कह ली. महेश वर्मा, आप मुझे बताइए, अगर आप समय पे एक्शन ले लेते हरिद्वार में, उस समय सरकार किसकी थी? आपकी. अभी भी आप ही की है. या फिर दिल्ली पुलिस यहां पर एक्शन ले लेती बाय नॉट. आप ये सोचिए, एक आदमी आया, इवेंट की परमिशन नहीं है, फ्लेक्स बैनर लग गया, माइक लग गया, टेंट लग गया, भाषण हो गए इतने सारे लोगों के, महापंचायत, एंड इवन नाउ इज नॉट बीन अरेस्टेड. Is he operating with impunity because you are not acting or choosing not to act? Mahesh Verma.
मैं संकेत जी मैं कहता हूं कि इस देश में अब तक नफरती बोल के लिए सबसे कोई त्वरित और तेज गति से अगर कोई एक्शन हुआ तो वो उत्तराखंड में हुआ था, और मैं ये आपको दावे के साथ कह सकता हूं और ये प्रमाण के साथ आपको दिखा सकता हूं। आप ये नहीं कह सकते हैं कि हमने वहां तब और अब तब भी
Can I tell you, the thing is that this is very recent memory, and I do remember these things. I remember debating on a number of occasions right here on this channel, जहां पर सवाल के बाद सवाल पूछा जा रहा था, and that man was not arrested for almost a month.
सुनिए,
उसकी गिरफ्तारी नहीं हुई थी, मामला अदालतों में गया।
अरे साहब, गिरफ्तारी उसकी हुई 3 दिन के बाद हुई और बड़े सख्ताई के साथ हुई, और जहां वो पकड़ा गया वो मध्य प्रदेश के पास पकड़ा गया और वहां हुई, पुलिस जाके वहां से पकड़ के लाई और ये सब चीज हुआ। और अगर यही हमारा इंटेंशन होता तो अब भी हम कार्रवाई नहीं करते और तब भी नहीं करते। और इसके लिए अगर आप ये कह रहे हैं कि बीजेपी जिम्मेवार है तो मैं इसको नहीं मानता।
नहीं, मेरा ये कहना है कि बाय नॉट एक्टिंग इमीडिएटली
इस देश में नहीं, इस देश में अब तक नफरती बोल जितने भी रहे हैं उनकी हिस्ट्री और ज्योग्राफी निकाल के देख लीजिए, आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आखिर में ऐसी चीजों के लिए
अभिषेक सुधीर, वेरी क्विकली, अभिषेक सुधीर,
लोगों के लिए
अभिषेक सुधीर रिस्पॉन्स,
उनके बारे में भी आपको चर्चा करना चाहिए।
अभिषेक सुधीर
जरूरी है।
Abhishek Sudhir's response. I can only say that the Delhi police says that there was no permission given to the event, and yet you have a situation where he has not been arrested again. अगर आप जो बोल रहे होते और अभी अरेस्ट हो जाता, then I would have had no legs to stand on, Mr. Verma.
Sanket, rule 101 of the CRPC when it comes to the grant of bail. If the accused who's out on bail violates his bail conditions, his bail must be cancelled immediately. Sanket, take 3 cases. Monu Mishra, you have Yati Narsingh Anand, and you have the accused in the bully buy deals who are all out on bail on humanitarian grounds. Pragya Thakur is out on bail on humanitarian grounds. Siddiq Kapan, Umar Khalid, where are they? They are languishing in jail. Sudha Bharadwaj languished in jail for 2 years for taking part in Bhima Koregaon.
So if bail is the norm and jail the exception, it should be universally applicable.
Bail is the norm if you're Hindu. Jail is the rule if you're Muslim. That's
the view. This is the breaking view. This is the breaking view of Abhishek Sudhir. What's your response, Mahesh Verma?
No, धर्म के
आधार पर डिसाइड हो रहा है कि किसको बेल मिले. But by the way, the bail is granted by courts, not governments.
Exactly. अगर ये अभिषेक जी ये बात कर रहे हैं तो इस देश के कोर्ट का अपमान कर रहे हैं. इस देश के विधि और
संविधान में कोई विश्वास Mr. Verma, it's also the power of the argument that is presented by the lawyers.
भाई आप मुझे बोलने दीजिए सर. मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि आज के डेट में एक ही दिन में 2 घटना घटती है. एक घटना पर इतनी चीख पुकार, दूसरे घटना पे मौन पसरा हुआ है. आखिर क्यों? कहाँ है ये इंटेलेक्चुअल गैंग के लोग? कहाँ गए?
नहीं, कौन इंटेलेक्चुअल गैंग? कौन सी बात?
नहीं, वही सहजिल इस्लाम क्या बोल रहा है? गोली मारेंगे गोली.
अरे तो आप अरेस्ट कर लो.
नहीं होगा.
No, one more. आप अरेस्ट कर लो. If you feel that this is hate speech.
जवाब सुनोगे.
My point is, can we not have a situation where Abhishek Sudhir, Ajay Gautam and Mahesh Verma can rise above religion and condemn hate?
संकेत जी, I give you the name
आप
of the
जवाब.
Mahesh Verma.
Not a single person has been arrested so far.
Mahesh Verma, hate is hate, irrespective of religion.
Exactly.
If a Muslim is spreading hate, arrest him. If a Hindu is spreading hate, arrest
Not a
him.
single person has been arrested so far.
75 साल में आपने हेट पैदा किया, नफरत पैदा किया, आपने नरसिंहानंद पैदा
आज की
किया.
बात करिए सर,
वो या
75
बीज बबूल का
नहीं, नरसिंहानंद किसने पैदा किया है?
यही बोलने पैदा किया जो सहजिल इस्लाम बोल रहा है. उस वजह से
Mahesh ji, do you agree with Ajay Gautam? Do you agree with Ajay Gautam? Ajay Gautam is justifying the hate speech.
आजमगढ़
Do
में
you
आप
agree with Ajay Gautam?
पैदा करेंगे, आप अपराध पैदा करेंगे, आप गोरखपुर टेंपल पे आप अटैक करेंगे और उसके बाद आप कहेंगे.
Do you agree with Ajay Gautam? Do you agree with Ajay Gautam's view that the hate speech by Narsinghanand was justified?
उसका डिफेंस करेंगे, उसका बचाव
No,
करेंगे.
Ajay Gautam is saying
उसके लिए ये
Yati
कहेंगे.
Narsinghanand, and I actually want to call him Deepak Tyagi. That's his name. Deepak Tyagi is
That's his
actually a
name.
victim, according to Mr.
संकेत
Ajay
जी,
Gautam.
संकेत जी,
आप तो उनको victim बुला रहे हैं. This is like a brand new chapter.
संकेत जी, I give you the name of the 10% who openly threaten to Hindus, who openly abuse the Hindu god and goddess, who
Baba,
openly
take
abuse
action
the
against
Hindu
them.
religious
That's the
practice.
exact point.
Not a
Action
single
against
person has
everybody.
The
been
point
arrested
is
so far.
anyone, ANYONE, Anyone spreading hate, the strong arm of the law has to act. Why is it selective on the basis of religion? That's the point that I'm making. Equally applicable to everyone.
BJP has arm twisted the strong arm of the law. The BJP has arm twisted the strong arm of the law.
Okay, Mahesh
Every
Verma, very
institution is
quickly.
compromised.
Mahesh's view. Mr. Verma's view.
मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि जेल भेजना, किसी को गोली से उड़ा देना, किसी की हत्या कर देना, किसी से अदावत में रिवेंज में बदले में कोई कार्रवाई
Okay,
करना।
one moment. Mr. Pawan Kheda, spokesperson of the Congress party, has now joined us. First of all, apologies due to
कि जिन लोगों ने ये पीड़ा 75 साल से देते रहे, जो मुस्लिमों को भड़काते रहे।
My point is, okay, Pawan Kheda, first of all, Pawan Kheda, apologies. I think there was a massive technical problem because of which we couldn't have you in the debate earlier. One moment, the time for the views of Mr. Pawan Kheda. Mr. Kheda, do you feel that the reason why this vicious cycle has begun of a man who spreads hate, goes to jail, is out on bail, and then spreads hate again? He's operating with impunity. What could be the reason?
The last time when it happened, I'll remind you of Khairlanji, the famous Khairlanji speech of a gentleman called Narendra Modi when he was campaigning in the 2002 election of Gujarat. Hum Panch, Hamare 25. That was his campaign. So, and then he rose to become the Prime Minister of India. वो कपड़ों से पहचान लिए जाते हैं प्रधानमंत्री के शब्द थे. शमशान कब्रिस्तान प्रधानमंत्री के शब्द थे. 80% वर्सेस 20% मुख्यमंत्री उत्तर प्रदेश के शब्द थे. These people get rewarded every time they spread hatred. They become chief ministers or prime ministers or home ministers of India. What do you expect? Why are you blaming this poor Yatinand or whatever his name is, Deepak Tyagi or whatever his name is?
No, if you could come to the, Mr. Kheda, are you trying to say that he is about to join the BJP or working at the behest of BJP?
अरे साहब, ये गोदाम से निकाले जाते हैं. हर बार जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी को लगता है अब अगला चुनाव जीतना है, तैयारी शुरू कर दो, गोदाम से एक आदमी निकाल लाओ. कभी वो गोदाम से आकर शोकेस में बन के प्रधानमंत्री बन जाते हैं आगे चलकर, या मुख्यमंत्री बन जाते हैं, या गृह मंत्री बन जाते हैं. ये गोदाम में इनके भरे हुए इस तरह के लोग. डोंट ब्लेम पीपल फ्रॉम द गोडाउन. जो कठपुतलियों के धागे जिनके हाथ में है उनकी बात करिए आप. पहली बार नहीं हो रहा है.
Okay, quick response.
स्वामी जी यहाँ बैठे हैं.
There's a view coming in from Ajay Gautam. He wants to respond. Right to reply. He wants to respond to Mr. Kheda.
What the Rajiv Gandhi said.
What
the Rajiv Gandhi said.
जब वो बाहर निकला
What the Rajiv Gandhi said on 1st of November 1984. कि बड़ा पेड़ गिरता है तो जमीन हिलती है और जमीन ऐसी हिली कि सिखों का नरसंहार हो गया, जेनोसाइड कर दिया पूरी
Okay, one by one. Gentlemen, one by one.
दिल्ली के अंदर.
ये आपने
This is the fact ना. You are abusing and you are alleging Narendra Modi.
Okay, hard stop on this. Hard stop on this show. Hard stop. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I've run out of time. Thank you very much. Hard stop on this show. We heard everyone's views. But the point is that here is a man who is operating with impunity. He tries to believe and tell his followers is some sort of a freedom fighter that he is breaking the law. Can we allow it in this country is the big question. Good night and goodbye.